All right, hello guys. We're gonna do a quick collective reading before we go back to the personal readings. Okay, the list is still open, but I am gonna be doing a quick collective. Um, so give me 1 second. Welcome in. Make sure to like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. Okay. Let me write down the timestamp, and I will timestamp when the collective starts. Okay. All right. So collective. And if you are new here, make sure to read the board always when you walk in, okay? These prices where I'm pointing at right now are always for the live readings only. If you do not have Cash App, PayPal, or Chime for paying for a reading, I will allow $20 super chats, okay? But that is only if you don't have the regular forms of payment listed right here and in the chat, okay? If you really don't have those payment methods, then yes, you can super chat $20, no exceptions. Okay, that is the way it is. All right, so let's see. We'll start at 27 minutes. Okay. All right, so the collective portion is going to start at 27 minutes. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. All right. Make sure to like the video, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, let things play out. All of my readings are technically timeless, okay? So don't focus too much on, exactly when something is going to happen because time is fluid. Any real reader will tell you that, okay? So let's see. All right, so what is going on for my collective? Should we do next 48 or next 7 days? I think we should do next 7 days. Let me write that down. So remember, technically timeless, but whenever you stumble across this video, it can resonate from the next 7 days after that, okay? Let's see. All right. Oh, okay. Somebody's angry. The Five of Swords just popped out, okay? Let's see. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, we already got a message here. Collective, let's see. Somebody could be, pissed or angry that they feel like you're a missed opportunity, okay? Somebody's like starting to stress out if you're kind of quickly moving on or moving on quickly from somebody. Could be an air sign or an earth sign, okay? There's somebody here, collective, who if you're starting to seek other options, Two of Pentacles, or if this person finds out that you're seeking other options, juggling, it's like somebody's not happy with that, okay? That was very clear, very quick. Especially if you move on very quickly, okay? Let's see what's going on for my collective for the next 7 days. Some of y'all could be working, okay, or you could be at work currently. Let's see. I feel like you're going to be working on your passions, being very clear about what it is that you want, what you don't want. I see you nurturing yourself, okay? Really focusing on who you are and excuse me. I feel like you're going to be working on yourself, doing things by yourself, okay? And then there's somebody in the background or on the sidelines who is mad because they can't put an illusion in front of your face anymore, okay? Let's see. Some of y'all could have Virgo in your chart, don't have to. What's going on for my collective next 7 days? Yeah, so there's like, I'm seeing a lack of communication between you and somebody, okay? Yeah, there's like a break, okay? 40. Why did I say 40? I was about to say 45. Some of y'all could be 45. What the heck? Okay. I don't know what that's about. I don't know why I was just thinking about geometry too, or angles. Some of y'all could be, what do they call it, a protractor? I haven't used one of those since school, but somebody could be doing like math homework or helping their kid with math homework or something like that. Or that could be something that you have to use for your job, okay? I don't know why that just popped up, okay? Channel message. Okay, let's see though. Protractor, contractor, Something. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm seeing a ladder now. What the fuck? Somebody on a ladder? Okay, somebody's, yeah, y'all are working. Okay, or somebody's working. Let's see. What's going on for my collective? But yeah, I see a lack of communication between you and somebody. And yeah, I don't, okay, let me see. Before we get some oracle. I feel like you already know who this person is, collective, okay? You already know who this is. Or you probably have a very good idea of who this is about, okay? Let's see. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Yeah, okay. Somebody's hurt. If you're moving on. Anything else, Spirit? What the heck? It's like somebody who was trying to hold back from you or has been holding back from you, their pride is still getting in the way of them actually speaking to you or reaching out to you. It's like this is somebody who literally wants to talk to you. They want to be in your life. They want to communicate with you. They feel like you're a missed opportunity, but their pride is making it, or their pride is the reason why they are being stagnant. Okay. Like they're the reason why something is not moving forward. Okay. So let's see. And I feel like you're like, okay, you may have already made a decision on this person, collective, especially if that's how they're acting, very prideful, like they can't communicate like an adult, things like that. Okay. So either way, I see you focusing more on yourself. That's what you should do. When somebody tries to make you feel like, confused or like you're not good enough or whatever the case is, yes, you should focus more on yourself. Okay. Give me 1 second. I need to make sure people are not outside my door. Welcome in. All right, let's see. Um, the list is open for personals, but we're doing a quick collective right now, okay? What else is going on for my collective for the next 7 days? Some of y'all may be checking your porch or your to check if see to check to see if something is on your porch. Okay. I don't know why the fuck I can't talk today. Let's see. Some of y'all could have Capricorn in your chart, Virgo, Leo. I don't see you. Okay, so my collective, I don't feel like you're in a bad mood. I don't think you're in a negative space or you're coming out of a negative space. You're making yourself happy one way or another with or without this person. And then this person keeps popping up, this toxic ass energy around you. Mad because you care about yourself, mad because you're not going to sit around and wait on them. Okay, something about that. Let's see. What did that say? Oh, I just got a notification. I don't know what that was. Anyways, let's see. What else is going on for my collective for the next 7 days? Seven of Swords. Let's see what's that about. Someone could think you're being sneaky, but you're working. You're working. You're focusing on yourself. You're doing what you got to do. You're building up your craft. You're focusing on your passions. And then there's this person, doing the most from the sidelines. I don't even think you see this person. I don't even think you see them. Okay? Like this is just somebody hating from the sidelines because they missed out on you or they're missing out on you. Okay? So let's see. Let me get some oracle, okay? Make sure to like the video. If you're in here, read the pinned comment and the board and the thumbnail and the title so you guys know what's going on, okay? Let's see. All right, so what's going on for my collective for the next 7 days from whenever they see this? Let's see. What's going on for my collective? Look, caught up. Betrayal, okay, reconciliation. Somebody, you could have caught this person up or you almost caught them doing something, okay? They want to reconcile with you. They want to try to repair a connection, but like I said, I feel like their pride is getting in the way. Okay, we have clout hungry. Let's see. What's clout hungry? Let's see. Look, wants you back. And like I said, you're unbothered, okay? Someone could think that something's tearing you apart and it's not. What's that Adele song? Hello from the Other Side is what I'm hearing, okay? Some of y'all could be listening to Adele. That song may resonate for some of y'all, okay? But this person is, I think they're a little bit delusional, okay? Yeah, someone was disloyal. Some of y'all, this person could have quite literally cheated on you, or they betrayed you in some type of way, okay? And now they want you back. What else, Spirit? What? I want to hear about this person, okay? We have Supersize Me. Let's see. You could feel like somebody's starting to do too much, or they were doing too much, okay? Let's see. Yeah, look, I told you they want to reconcile. It keeps coming out. What else? Somebody also could be trying to send you like spiritual messages, okay? Even if their person is not spiritual, it's like this person thinking about you. You know how they say sometimes, if you're thinking about somebody constantly, then they might be thinking about you. Sometimes that's the case, okay, and sometimes not. But this is somebody who they'll think about you constantly. They'll think about you all day long, but then they won't actually do anything, okay? So that's on this person. I don't know why they think that that would work, okay? Let's see what's going on for my collective next 7 days. Yeah, because this person, it's like they refuse to change. I don't understand people who literally do not learn their lesson. This person could be acting like you hurt them, and in reality, they traumatized you. They hurt you. So why are they acting like you put the knife in their back when you didn't? What the heck? Let's see. And yeah, and now they're envious, okay? Watching from the sidelines, man or woman, okay? Let's see what's going on between. Let's see what's going to happen next between my collective and this angry energy. Let's see. We have it's in the past, okay? Job satisfaction, spilling the beans. You might talk about what you've dealt with when it comes to this person, but it's like you don't trust them. Untrustworthy, revealing secrets. You found out whatever you found out. You caught this person up, or even if you didn't catch them, you know how sometimes like you don't have full evidence about like what somebody's doing, but you have enough of an inkling, you have your intuition, you have, the way they're moving, you know what I'm saying? Like you could tell when somebody's being shady, right? So this is a situation where it's like you don't even need actual proof, just the fact of how they're acting or we're acting. That's enough for you to be like, yeah, well, clearly you're not trustworthy, so why would I deal with you, So this person wants to come back, but it's like you don't trust them. Why would you? Okay, it could be somebody you have sex with, okay? This person also could be coming back or wanting to come back because they want to sleep with you, okay? We have kinky ways. But this person needs to grow up. Look, we have grow up, patience. You've had a lot of patience with this person, okay? Let's see. Yeah, some of you guys, this is like a surface level connection or something that you didn't even see that deeply, okay? Like, it could be a, what's it called? Friends with benefits or something. Sneaky link, situationship. Like, I don't think you really thought too deeply of this connection with this person and this person. So, that's even worse. Why would you lie to somebody that doesn't even see you like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you try to be sneaky when you could just tell the truth and go about your day? Because I'm for some of y'all, this is not even a real deep connection. It's like a casual thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing serious. That's why I'm saying, like, I feel like your energy collective here, you don't see this person in whatever way they might see you, okay? I think this person cares more than you do, and they don't like that fact. They don't like the fact that they like you more than you come off to. Okay, you could like this person, but maybe you just, like I said, it could be a casual situation. Surface and kinky ways. Like this is something very casual. Friends with benefits, whatever. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, look, fear of cheating. Okay, this person thinks you're out cheating on them, but if it's a casual connection, how are you cheating on them? Even if you were to deal with somebody else, it wouldn't technically be cheating because you're not together, So Let's see. We have skill development. Yeah, you're literally focused on yourself, collective. You're focused on yourself. I don't, like I said, I don't think you really care like this person is assuming that you do, which is crazy. Okay, and we have keeping you a secret. Like, imagine somebody trying to keep you a secret or keep something a secret, keep somebody else a secret, whatever the case is, and you don't even care. You're like, okay, like, yeah, we sleep together, but why are you lying? Why are you hiding things from me? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's weird. And you're not a real player if you gotta lie. Just, I don't know who needs to hear that, okay? If you're, really about your shit, you would say, yeah, I am fucking with somebody else. Or I'm gonna go fuck somebody else. I'm gonna go deal with somebody else. But whatever the case is, I'm gonna go do this, and you actually mean it. You know, you don't have to lie to kick it. Okay, that's what this person needs to understand. Collective, like, make it make sense. Why would you lie to somebody you're not even dating? Some of y'all could have Leo in your chart. Yeah, snake. This person literally has been acting shady or being very deceptive for no reason. There's literally no reason for this person, collective, to be acting shady. I don't know, do they get a thrill from this? Like, do they get a thrill from lying or something? Because I literally see no reason. If this is a casual situation, this is somebody who will still go out of their way to lie. This is like somebody, if you ever were to be in a quote unquote open relationship with this person, they would still lie about who they're seeing. They would still want to cheat. So I don't know. Does this person have a cheating fetish or whatever? Because what the fuck? This person's kind of, like I said, delusional. I don't think you care. My collective does not care about this person the way that whoever this is thinks you do. You're literally living your life. Let's see. We'll see how this person truly feels in a second, okay? Because I don't think y'all give a damn like that. Okay, let's see. What else for my collective for the next 7 days? Yeah, some of y'all are like, why are you acting like that? We have confusion and networking power. I feel like you're finding new opportunities, new people to talk to, okay? You're focusing on your work, you're networking. And then here's this person being delusional. Yeah, soldier reverse, loyalty reverse. This person doesn't even have to, like, y'all don't technically have to be loyal to each other. They're purposely going out of their way to lie. I don't understand that. Like, why? See, even I'm confused. Why am I hearing we go together? We have not compatible reverse. So this person could be, acting like y'all aren't compatible. Or they think you're compatible and you're like, no. I feel like something's one sided. This is like somebody getting mad at you because you don't like them back. Or you don't want something more serious. But they acted deceptive. They acted like, they could be doing whatever. And for some of y'all, they could have been. They could have been out here, doing whatever they want. This person's confusing. Let's see. Yeah, we have hidden truth, okay? They were definitely acting real shady. Let's see, what else? What else is going on for my collective next 7 days? Yeah, running away, roll the dice. So this person runs away from connections or this connection when things get, I'm hearing too risky, okay? Or when they start to feel too much, they kind of run, okay? Yeah, roll the dice came out again. Shadow. Yeah, they have a shadow side. This person has a side of them or to them that is very, they don't do well with emotions, feelings. So they have to start acting strategic or what they think is strategic to try to switch things up, which is weird. Because, like I said a second ago, you don't have to lie to kick it. And you don't have to, like, why would you lie to somebody who you're not even serious with? Like, that's what doesn't make sense to me at all. This person's weird and they miss you. I told you. Good Lord. I don't understand. And I hate using the words avoidant, whatever, okay? But that's what this person seems like, okay? I don't believe in people being avoidant and liking somebody. To a certain extent, yes, okay? To a certain extent. But when it comes to if you really want to be with somebody, why would you not go for them? Why would you not take action? If you really want to be with somebody, why would you not take action towards them? Hmm? Ask yourself that. Or not you, but, maybe some of y'all do need to ask yourself that, okay? If you really enjoy somebody's company and you want to be with them, you like their, who they are as a person, why would you not act like it? So we're going to get into how this person truly feels in just a second, okay? Because this person is definitely acting weird to my collective. So let's see, one second. Let's see. All right, what else for my okay, so hold on. We're gonna use a different deck. But we're gonna see how this person that's, acting stupid, how do they truly feel? Let's see. All right, let's use this one. All right, so for my collective, how does this person that is messing with the collective, how do they truly feel underneath their strange actions? Okay, how does this person truly feel about my collective in the next 7 days? Yeah, they are crazy. See, I told you, this person is crazy. Okay, let's see. It's like they want something more. That, oh my God. Is this person mentally ill? Because the way this is coming out, even with the first portion of the reading, they will literally give you mixed signals because they're afraid to open their heart. I don't understand that. Let's see. I'm hearing that I think the song is Carissa. Somebody's name could be Carissa or start with a C. Okay, it doesn't have to, but in the song he says, I don't want to be near you, I just want to be close. I don't want to hurt you, I don't want to let you down. Like that's the vibe that's coming out from this person. Like imagine someone telling you, I don't want to be close, I don't want to be near you, but I want to be close. Like, huh? Make it make sense. Okay, like pick a side. Let's see. How does this yeah, look, they are lost. They are a lost soul, okay? This person doesn't know how to act, apparently, unfortunately. Look, y'all, I just, commitment. I told y'all, they want something serious with you, but then when it comes down to it, they start to act like an idiot. Like they run away, they start to, like, they'll do everything but face their feelings, face their emotions, tell you what's going on, like really strange. And I hate, yeah, that's the truth. Look, that's the truth. I hate using the words avoidant, whatever, because like I said, I hate when people are not just direct, straightforward, you know what I'm saying? So this is somebody who will play games and then get sad when you walk away or just decide to do you. We have home here. You feel like home to this person, okay? How else does this person feel toward my collective? This person could be having car issues, okay? They may also have like shitty friends around them. Whoever this person is to you, collective, they don't have good friends. And they could be having car issues. Yeah, they're having to release a lot in their life right now. So that means they get to treat you bad? No. Yeah, look, they could have all the excuses in the world. We have excuses. Or they're making excuses for why they behave stupidly toward you. Oh, I'm going through, I got issues with my car, so I need to treat you weird. Oh, I got bills that are overdue, so I need to treat you weird. Oh, my friend just, cussed me out. Now we're in a fight, so I need to treat my lover weird. Like, that's how this person thinks, which is like stupid as fuck, okay? Like, make it make sense. And then they start to act up. This is one of those people who will literally say, Sarah pushed me down in second grade on the playground. That's why I treat every woman like shit now. This is one of those people, collective, whoever this person is in your life. And they will get mad when you finally decide to move on and live your life and not deal with their back and forth behavior. Like, it's like they feel like they need to be sneaky for. I'm not going to say it again. Let's see. This person's delusional and twisted, okay? And that's why they have all these towers in their life. Let's see. Player. They come off like a player, yeah. But they miss you. You see? Those of you who are going through this or dealing with this, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. They want to appear like a player, or they could do player things, okay? They could behave like a player sometimes, but they know that they want to be with you, Bonnie and Clyde. How are you going to be a player and loyal at the same time? Make it make sense. How are you going to be a player and loyal at the same time? Like I said, I do feel like this person does act this way because they do not, do well when it comes to, actual emotions and being expressive when it comes to that, but that's not an excuse. Grow up. You're an adult. Everybody on my channel should be an adult, so I don't understand how that's. You gotta grow up eventually, okay? They'll sit around, look at pictures of you, look at memories of you guys, but what will they do? Will they take action? No, they keep repo. They will literally keep pulling their energy back every time they start to feel for you. That's crazy. This person really could also be having car issues. They could be, like I said, late on bills when it comes to some sort of vehicle. We got repo and carless as well, okay? Let's see. I wouldn't want to deal with this shit either, collective. What the hell? That's like somebody saying, I want to be with you, but, and then running away. But what? And then you're like left in the unknown. But what? You want to be with me, but what? Like, what? Look, they refuse to have a heart to heart. Heart to heart reverse right here. Anything else for my collective next 7 days? Let's see. People like that are exhausting. Okay, yeah, they need money. I told you, this person needs money. But why does that mean that they have to treat you bad, collective? And I have said before to you guys, broke men are mean, okay? If you're a woman dealing with a man, or even if you're a man dealing with a man, okay? Broke men are mean as fuck. And I think partially that's what's going on here. When a man is down on his luck, he's mean, okay? If you're ever wondering why, just assume he's broke, okay? Even if he's not. Especially if you're a woman. When a man starts being mean to you, he's most likely financially not doing well. And so he's treating you badly because of it. Not saying that's right, but a lot of times that is the case, Let's see. What else for my collective for the next 7 days? Yeah, I told you something's really overdue. Outdated, expired, old news, discarded. Something could be at risk of being taken for this person too. This person could spend too much money or time out and about, partying, having fun, okay? And then picture you being at the bar having a blast, and then when you get home, your car is being repoed because you decided to not, take care of your priorities. That's their fault, okay? That's this person's fault. If you don't pay your bills, but you're out having fun, like what? You knew that was going to happen. This person, like I said, they make excuses. They don't ever want to take accountability for the towers in their life. They will literally blame everybody else. And then, yeah, look, they act like they're the black sheep. Oh, nobody loves me. This stuff always happens to me, but they cause it. This person literally is the cause of their downfalls. But they will never say that. They will never look in the mirror. They would probably try to cover that shit up. Okay? Good Lord. This person is giving, nobody ever made them take accountability ever in their life. So now they feel like it's okay to just go around blaming everybody else when it's really them. This is this person's fault. They're their own worst enemy. So you're always going to be the problem, collective. You're always going to be the problem in this person's eyes, or everybody else is always going to be the problem. You could try to get this person to understand where you're coming from. They will still blame you. Okay? Unfortunately. So let's see. What else is going on for my collective for the next 7 days? This person could have a government job, okay? Even if this person has I'm hearing like a big boy job. They are extremely childish. And just because someone has a higher position or whatever, or even if they make a lot of money, whatever the case is, that doesn't mean that they're emotionally mature, okay? You know how many celebrities there are out in the world who have billions of dollars and they have the brain the size of a pebble, okay? You guys know what I'm talking about. There's plenty of officials and leaders out there who, you're like, where do you get off thinking that way? Okay, and that your person is one of them. Okay, collective, let's see. We have 2 passive. This person may eventually try to do something, I'm hearing short and sweet for you, okay, to try to get back into your good graces, but they're still not gonna say, oh, I'm sorry for blah blah blah. They're going to do something. They might even give you flowers or a small gift to try to say, can we get back together? Okay, that's crazy. Yeah, because I told you, they like you, they want you. We have my boo, official status, exclusive relationship, seeing each other openly. This person is exhausting. Let's see. Anything else for my collective? Next 7 days. We got detective, sacrifice. This person is having to give up something. I feel like it's material. Yeah, look, fake flexing. Okay. They are losing things by the day. That repo truck is going to be at their house. I saw a video one time of like somebody's whole mobile home being taken. But I mean, pay your bills, Shit happens, but pay your bills. How are you surprised that you are getting your car taken? This is like somebody renting something from Rent-A-Center and then being surprised when they knock on the door. You got to pay that shit or they're there to take it back, okay? I've never used Rent-A-Center, but because I pay my shit in full. I don't like, making payments and shit like that. But you guys know what I mean. Yeah, we got game over. Yeah, this person's living or they soon will be living a fake lifestyle. Because this person, like I said, they don't want to show what they're going through. They could be losing things left and right, but because I don't know if it's because of their social image or whatever. Like I said, they're out here partying, trying to maintain a certain image, a certain lifestyle, and they're losing it because they're extremely irresponsible. It has something to do with like receipts as well. Let me clarify that. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, whatever this person has, they could have worked hard for this, right? But if you can't afford it anymore, then you got to give it back or you got to get rid of it. Okay? That's what this person, like, they don't want to get rid of something that they can't afford anymore. And they could even be dealing with a legal situation because of it, because they don't want to pay their bills, because they want to maintain a certain lifestyle. If you can't afford it, look, they're gonna end up looking stupid as fuck. We got clown. Okay. Let's see. Anything else for my collective for the next 7 days? What do they need to know? Yeah, look, toxic and resisting temptation. They need more willpower, collective. They need more willpower, but they choose not to have it. This is a really extremely toxic person. We've picked up on that since the beginning. Okay? Do not go and rescue this person, collective. That is not your place. That is not your responsibility to save this person. I feel like this is a extreme tower moment for them that they need to learn and go through on their own. Sometimes you got to let people go through their own karma and their own shit, because this person specifically that we're picking up on that wants you back, it's like they don't learn. So what you got to do is let them deal with it. If you keep rescuing somebody over and over, they're going to assume that, everybody else is just going to rescue them or, has their back when they fuck up. So you got to let people fall sometimes so that they can learn to pick themselves back up and hopefully not do the shit again. Okay? But that's what I got for you guys. The list is back open for personals if you guys would like. I will be on here. Okay? List is open. Check the pinned comment and the board. Okay? If you do not have Cash App, PayPal, or Chime, it is $20 strictly for a super chat. I usually do not accept super chats, but I will if you guys truly do not have Cash App, PayPal, or Chime. Okay? And it has to be the $19.99 one, not anything else. There are no exceptions when it comes to super chat or any of the prices, that is, but you guys know. Okay? I have it listed out for a reason, but I will think of a title for this. But this is the end of the collective. Okay? Thank you. girl. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. And yeah, I just got yours. Thank you. 1 second. Let's see. Alright, 1 second. But you can drop your questions when you're ready, okay? Just grab my laptop. There we go. Let me get you in the raffle as well. Got a couple more days for the November one. Alright, let's see. Alright. One second, sorry. Alright, so you said you remember you told you applied for a job at a higher position at your current job, you didn't get it, but your coworker told you to apply again. You don't know if you should apply again right now or just wait. Okay, let's see. Is that the I think you told me about a test or something. But I don't know if that's the same thing that you're talking about right now. Because I remember I did a reading for you where I was picking up that something may not go through, but you should do something again. Or you should try again. You'll get it the second time around. Okay? If that's, because I remember, I think I channeled the song Chain Gang. Okay? I think I was in my car for that. Okay, well, let's see. I feel like I was in my car. Alright, so let's see. Let me plug in my mic real quick. Okay, so it is the same thing. Gotcha. Yeah, I was getting that. I feel like, we could do another spread for it, but I do remember saying that I feel like you would get it the second time around. All right, let's see. All right, so for Pretty Girl Mel. All right, so should Pretty Girl Mel, wait. Sorry, my laptop's being slow and I need to scroll up. Come on. All right, there we go. Okay, so should Pretty Girl Mel apply again or wait when it comes to this job she's referring to? Let's see. Should Pretty Girl Mel wait or should she apply again or wait? Let's see. Should Pretty Girl Mel wait? Don't wait. Don't wait. Okay? Don't wait. I would do it as soon as you can, okay? We have the Nine of Cups and the Strength card. I feel like no, you should not hold back. Okay? I feel like you should do something as soon as possible. Let's see. Yeah, because you may miss out on something, or the opportunity may not come around again if you don't do something sooner than later, okay? That's very straightforward so far. Okay, let's see. Yeah, because you may get left out, in the cold if you don't do something sooner. Okay, so if you can do it now, or if you can, apply for it whenever you can apply for it as soon as possible, I would definitely jump on that. Okay, because there is a possibility of, you not being able to have something, not because you don't pass, but because of other reasons. Let's see. So definitely jump on it as soon as possible. I feel like you will be very satisfied with the outcome if you do something quickly, okay? Let's see. What's the Three of Swords here? Yeah, look, quite literally, if you do not jump on it, you're going to be heartbroken or, upset about the outcome. Okay, so do not wait, especially with the Strength card reverse coming out here. Do not wait, okay? Don't hesitate, don't wait. Let's see. Oop. Yeah, it keeps telling me do something sooner or quickly. Okay, I'm hearing the night is still young. Okay, so you could be applying for something around the nighttime. You might even do it tonight, okay? Or you still will have time. You possibly could have more time tonight to apply for this, okay? But no, do not wait, okay? Let's see. Should Mel apply again or wait? Let's see. Yeah, don't overthink it. Do not overthink it, okay? We have the Two of Pentacles reversed, okay? So I feel like if you do wait, if you do procrastinate when it comes to doing this again, um, you're going to be way more overwhelmed and things may not go the way you would want them to. Yeah. Because if you wait, things are not going to work out, okay? So do it sooner than later, okay? We can get some Oracle. Yeah, literally be impulsive. This is the time you got to act now, okay? Or as soon as possible. Let's see. Let's get some Oracle real quick. Let's use this one. All right, let's see. All right, so for Mel, should Mel apply again or wait till next month? Let's see. No, you look, you literally got to take, if you want that position, look, Captain, you can have it, okay? But you need to do something quick, okay? Yeah, chase your dreams, literally. Okay, let me see. Hold on, let me make sure this is still working. Yeah, okay, we're good. All right. Yeah, something will be less stressful if you do it now, okay? That keeps, confirming. Yeah, we have workspace and energy activation reversed, okay? You may feel tired right now, or you may feel like, you would want to wait. You may feel like, okay, well, I still got time to apply. Do it now. Do it ASAP, okay? That's what I'm getting. Definitely do it sooner than later, okay? Because things could change, if you wait. Yeah, look, time management, ASAP, okay? Don't lollygag. Don't wait around, okay? Talk to them as soon as possible. We have communicate as well, okay? But that's what I got for your first one, all right? You can let me know your second one. I like how that came out very straightforward. And then it just kept confirming. All right. Oh, I gotta put this. Almost forgot to put it on low power mode. Happy early Thanksgiving, y'all. I forgot. I think that's tomorrow. That's crazy. All right. All right, so he said, your next question is, a couple of days ago, you and the Aquarius, you were talking, and his energy seems all over the place. You don't know what's going on. Like, it seems like you know. Oh, he seems open, and then he kind of just pulls back his energy, and you don't know what's going on. Okay. So you want to do like an energy check-in with him or about him? I don't know why, but I mean, that's how I know y'all are my collective, because the past couple of days when I've been doing readings and stuff for people, like the personals, y'all are going through the same thing. Like, and I've been picking up on it for the collectives recently, so that's how I know. All right, let's see. People been acting funny with y'all. All right, let's see. All right, so what is the energy when it comes to the Aquarius? Let's see. When it comes to Pretty Girl Mel, what's going on when it comes to the Aquarius? It's Aquarius's energy. Let's see. Why does he act like that? I should do a reading like titled that. Why do they act like that? Okay, let's see. So why is the Aquarius acting like this when it comes to Pretty Girl Mel? This in and out behavior. The Queen of Cups reverse and the Nine of Wands reverse. So yeah, they do go from being not necessarily fully nice, you know, what's the word for that? Because we have the Queen of Cups, it is reversed though. So they could go from the, being sweet, kind of like you just said, and then being guarded, and then not knowing where this connection is going, not knowing how they feel, wanting to be in their single energy with the Nine of Cups here, acting like, they don't really need anybody else, being kind of smug, it is toxic. Okay, we got the Devil card here too. So, oop, and then this just fell out. Okay, we got the Sun card. I just heard also they could be trying to figure out what makes them happy. What's the Sun card here when it comes to the Aquarius? Yeah, that's his energy. Okay, we got the Star card. It's like they go back and forth between wanting to be on their own, liking their freedom, but then also wanting to be codependent on certain, it could be you. Let's see. I was going to say like certain energies. They want to be codependent, but then they kind of, I don't know if they're scared. Let's see. Why does the Aquarius act like that? Yeah, and then they isolate themselves. The Hermit reverse. Let's see. This person, I don't want to say they're fully immature, but I feel like the way they act is immature. Okay, we do have Page of Pentacles, and pages are their page, they're the beginners. Okay, they don't take too much action. It's like they'll start to do something, they'll start to be in a certain energy, and then they'll hopefully they move up, right? Hopefully they move up. But pages themselves, it's baby steps. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Let's see. So what's the energy when it comes to the Aquarius? Yeah, will they move forward? We have the Chariot reverse. It's like they'll stay in one place, they'll stay stagnant. Is this light? I feel like it looks kind of glary, but let's see. This person, look, their energy is very back and forth. Sadness, oh, I love you, or I like people now. Sadness, and then, oh, I love you. Sadness, oh, I love you. Like bipolar. I don't know if they have any type. I'm not diagnosing them, but this is very back and forth. Okay, it's like they don't know how to feel. Like it's like you got to catch them when they're in a good mood, because you don't know if they're gonna act a different way in 5 minutes. It's like one of those situations. Let's see. So why do they act like this? They could be kind of unstable right now. Okay, we have the Hierophant reversed and the Queen of Wands. Okay, so I think they go in between having like a ego, or what they call like a god complex, like I'm the shit, and then oh no, I feel like shit. Like it's very back and forth. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, this is definitely his energy. Okay, we got Aquarius. King of Swords and the Star card. And then they take a break. Four of Swords. And then sometimes they'll want to collaborate with somebody or you know, Three of Pentacles. But they ended again. Look, this is very back and forth. Let me see. They got love for you though, okay? We have the Lovers. But with the way they act, I want to say it's just like air sign behavior, to be honest. The back and forth, you know, in and out when as they please type of energy. Like they'll talk to you when they want to talk to you, okay? But if they don't want to talk to you, even if you're standing right in front of them, they're going to be like, okay, well, I'm checked out of this conversation now. You know what I'm saying? I was just hearing about like Pisces energy. That's funny that Seven of Cups is at the bottom of the deck, but it's kind of like sometimes when Pisces placements, I don't know if he has Pisces in his chart or not, but like you know when somebody kind of like you could tell when they're checking out. Like if you're in front of this person, they start looking off to the right, you know, just like across the room or around the room, and it's like, hello, are you listening to me? Like when you notice someone start to check out, I feel like that's his type of energy. He just kind of does that. Like that's I'm not getting a why. You know, this whole reading I've been asking like why he's acting like this, but I'm not really getting a why. I think that's just his energy. That's how he is. Because normally I would be able to find like why, like what stems this behavior or what comes from or what makes him act like this. I'm not getting a why. I'm gonna pull some oracle, but that might just be how he is, unfortunately. Okay, like let's see. So what's going on when it comes to the Aquarius? Why is he acting like this toward Mel? Let's see. Oh, you ain't talking about me, so ain't no shade. I don't care. Okay? I don't care if you call him slow. I tell y'all all the time. I feel like sometimes y'all are a little bit too nice when it comes to talking about these assholes. You're like, I don't want to be mean, but I'm like, say it. It don't matter. They probably said worse, you know. Okay, so let's see. What is going on with my laptop? What is carrot browsing? I don't even know what that is. All right, let's see. So what's going on when it comes to the Aquarius? Why is he acting like this toward Pretty Girl Mel? Cyberbully, okay. Let's see. We got communication, seek help. Yeah, and connect with others, speak from the heart. They literally have an issue with feeling. That's funny. I literally feel like I just talked about this in part of the collective. We have numbing though, okay? And when they try to connect with people or over the phone, you know, having actual conversations when they want to, or when people want them to speak from the heart, they start acting stupid. We literally have self medicating, addictions, irrational behavior. So I want to say they become kind of the bully, you know? You know how people like sometimes you can become the abuser, quote unquote. Well, I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that. Okay. Okay. What's the right way to say that? When people hurt people, sometimes they end up being the person who is in a toxic energy because they don't want to get hurt. You know what I'm saying? Um, like if you were to go around guarding your heart, you know, not like if you were acting like the Aquarius here and someone was just trying to love you and be open with you and talk to you because they want to get to know you. If you were to constantly guard your heart, even though you like this person, you know, like why? I'm so sorry. I'm trying to make that make sense. Hurt people. Okay. That's basically what I'm saying. um, and sometimes we can become the toxic ones if we don't catch it or if we don't heal from certain things, okay, that other people have done to us. And the cycle repeats. I really hope that makes sense. I know I just said that kind of jumbled, but what somebody does to us, we can end up doing to the next person sometimes, not every time, okay? but we can end up doing what was done to us to the next person if we don't take care of, our issues. So that, that's why we got to heal, so that we don't put it on the next person, if that makes sense. Okay, so this person could have, an issue doing that. They could have been open, with somebody, or, they got their heart broken at some point and now they're being guarded. Now they're playing games. Now they're doing the mind switches. I almost said mind switches. Mind games with people because they don't want to get hurt. You know what I'm saying? So this person, I feel like they could be kind of trying to pass it on to the next person, even if they don't know that they're doing that. That's kind of the energy that they're in right now. Yeah, we have airport, okay, reversed. So it's like they'll be distant, but also want to be. That's crazy. I feel like I just talked about this. Were you in my collective earlier, like 20 minutes ago? But let's see. We have evaluation. Yeah, it's like they're not going to recognize their toxic patterns. Okay, and we have drunkard. They could be drinking. Okay, um, and we do have numbing here, or they're doing things to try to avoid feeling. Okay, so it's not you. It's literally not you. But look, confirmation too. This card almost just tried to fly off my desk. We have the runaway card. Okay, so that's what they do when they start to feel too much or when they don't know how to feel. They try to numb everything down. They try to, block it out, whether that's through substance or, literally running away or not talking anymore. They'll do things to distance themselves or try to distance themselves, even if it's emotionally, to avoid feeling, like it's people are like that, unfortunately. Yeah. And that's why they end up alone. Okay. We have fated to be alone. They are in a negative mental state. Okay. But that's what I got. Mm-mm-mm. Whoa. These three just fell out. Okay, we have threatening, spiritual awakening, and restaurant reverse. Bustling hub, social nexus, lively activities. It's like they're scared to be happy or have fun. That's crazy. That's a miserable way to live, is it not? I think eventually you got to be like, all right, I don't want to feel like this anymore, and you got to do something about it. Because who wants to actively live in sadness? I'm not saying they're purposely trying to do that, but it gets to a point. You're only sad about something for a certain amount of time, before you got to get yourself together. After that, you're holding on, After a certain amount of time, you're holding on to pain. You got to learn to let go. Not letting go makes people ugly. You know what I'm saying? Whether that's spiritually, energetically, it makes people ugly. It can make someone even physically ugly. Like you can tell when somebody has a negative ass spirit, whether you'll feel it. You can tell when somebody just refuses to be happy. Like you gotta let go of shit. Everybody. It's overindulging in pain, Because we've all been through shit. It's a matter of what you do after that. You can choose to be unhappy or you can choose to, feel your pain, learn your lesson, and, move on. That's what my channel is all about. Releasing pain and learning from what we've been through, but not letting it keep us, stuck. All right, let's see. So you said your aunt, she's in a capital Capricorn? What's that mean? I've never heard capital, or was that a typo? But she's a Capricorn, very spiritual. She started like a business online and she is trying to teach you how to do it yourself. Is it going to work out for you? Okay, let's see. Let's see. I always recommend people start their own business regardless. You never know if you don't try. And it's going to be ups and downs regardless, especially if you have your own business, but let's see. So the business idea that uh, the business idea that Mel's Capricorn aunt wants to teach her, will that work out for Mel? Let's see. How will that work out when it comes to Mel? That's funny. I literally did a Capricorn reading like almost a year and a half ago on my channel. I titled it, You Gotta Start Somewhere. It's in the Capricorn playlist section. All right, but let's see. Will this work out for Mel? Let's see. Will this business idea work out for Mel? Oh, yeah. Okay. Hello. Yeah, once you get on your feet, okay, once things balance out, it might be a little bit shaky at first. Okay, you might be kind of unsure about how things are going to go, but yes, okay, I see things off the bat working out very quickly, very well for you. Okay, especially if I'm hearing if you keep things clean, okay? If you keep things clean, not just like physically, but it could also be spiritually too, like spiritually cleansed, okay? Um Make sure that you keep the environment like if oh you said it's online, so yeah, you know how this is, you know, very simple, right? Incense, I cleanse, you know, all the time, constantly, on and off camera. Okay. um so make sure that things are clean, make sure you cleanse, okay, even if it's, you know, even I myself, I don't believe in keeping any type of negative energy around. Like if I notice someone's starting to be like a weirdo, that's why I'm like, oh, you got to go. Block. Okay. So definitely make sure that your environment, even if it's online, is clean, cleansed. Don't let negative people or energies linger. Okay. But yes, it is looking very good so far. Okay. Let's see. I feel like you could also make a lot of money. A lot of people will watch. Okay. People may be hesitant at first. You know, they might want a you know, what do they call it? Like window shopping. Okay. You know how people in person they're like, ooh, what's that? Like looking at mannequins and shit in the window on the street. You know. Um, I feel like this will definitely be something that people are like, what is that? What's that page? You know, like also make sure if you are like making a logo, because I'm seeing something where like make it clean. You know how sometimes there's too much going on, okay? Like even my desk right here, I feel like I put these little markers up here because I feel like people aren't looking at the board. So I hope that the yellow stands out. They're like eyes drawn to the yellow, you know, that's why I have that up there. But you know, make sure that something's clean, okay, or aesthetically pleasing. I feel like a big part of your success if you start this business or when you start this business will be not solely because of looks, okay, but make sure that things are aesthetically pleasing, things are actually cleansed. Oh, no! Did you see that? Are you blowing me right now? Are you? Girl, as I'm talking about keeping things clean, I just knocked over my drink. Did you hear that? At least it was only on this deck. Oh my God. See? Now I gotta clean up. See? See? Even Spirit's telling me, get your shit together, okay? What the fuck? Hold on. I need to dab that a little bit. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? No. See, I've been telling myself I need to change this, the pink thingy I have up here. I need to get a new one ASAP. It's gotta go. Where's my sheet of shirt? There it is. Damn. That's bogus. I'm sorry. That's crazy. I'm gonna redo my desk today after I'm done with this live. I'm gonna redo it. At least the foundation of it. Jesus. Plus I spilled candle wax on it. So y'all you can see the green over here. That's what that is. Okay. See, make sure things are clean, okay? Um, that's a big part of your reading, okay? But let's see. Remove that so I don't hit it again. All right, let's see. If that's not a sign, I don't know what is, girl. Look, and look, the Empress. As long as you're clean, as long as the environment and spiritual environment, the energetic environment of your business is clean, you're good. Okay. Um, and you can make a lot of money because I feel like whatever aesthetic or whatever that you have, even if it's like a flyer or online or advertisement, whatever you do, if it's pretty, it'll draw people in. Okay, because I see people like being like, ooh, ah, So let's see. And yeah, I feel like you're not gonna have to work that hard. I'm telling you, like when it comes to your business, it's gonna do well, not because of, I don't know what type of, if you're doing like tarot or something or selling crystals or whatever the case is, it'll do well as long as it's clean in there. Okay. Um, I don't think you're gonna have to work as hard as you might think. Like it's literally that's what I'm getting. Okay. Let's see. People may end up, even be like if you ever have like a sale or something, you might run out quick. I think something's going to do really well. Like you may have to, get like reorders or um if it's like clients coming to you or something like that. I feel like people will be, rushing to get your services or whatever it is that you're selling, okay? Or have, on display. Let's see. Yeah, literally as long as you have a good environment, if it's balanced, if it's pretty. Also, I'm hearing something about like the lighting, okay? Make sure that the lighting is cute, not too bright. Let's see. And then we have the star. Yeah, so a lot of recognition coming your way with whatever this is, okay? Let me get some oracle in a second. People also may be very indecisive about what they want to purchase, okay? With this business. So you may experience like people lingering, okay, a lot around your business, or people taking a little bit longer to like make a full decision, you know what I'm saying? Um, there might be a lot of options. Like I don't know what it is specifically that you're trying to make a business of, but if there's a lot of something, a lot of a certain product or whatever, or if there's a bunch of variety, I feel like people are going to be indecisive because there's so many options, okay? So people may come back for more eventually. But let's see. But yes, I'm getting a big yes for that, okay? Let's see. So Oracle for Mel, will her business do well if she starts it? Let's see. So this might be something you do. Look, girl, abundance and home, okay, and lake just came out. If you do this, I would do it, okay? I would get started on it whenever you can, okay? You might be doing this from home, or you might have the opportunity to do something close to home or quite literally from your home, okay? Where people are going to feel very comfortable in your business, okay? Like, sometimes when you enter a room or a place and you're like, ooh, I don't know if I want to say hello. You're like, when you can feel something off. I feel like because you keep your space so clean, or the energy of your channel, or oh, is it a YouTube channel? I didn't mean to say channel, but if it's online, either way, whenever people come to your page, whatever it is, um, you'll be able to, like, people will not want to leave. People are going to feel very comfortable, okay? And I'm looking at family here too, okay? So like you could create your own family basically. Let's see. We have within the vehicle. You may be able to take this on trips with you too, okay? Are you starting a channel, girl? Let me know. Because there's something here. Also, make sure if you got friends around you, make sure I would keep it more private. I wouldn't tell your friends, okay? Or people that you consider to be friends. I wouldn't bring it up to them until you're actually established, okay? Yeah, and there's that Capricorn energy, okay? I feel like this is a big yes, okay? And this something about your like the energy. A lot of your reading was about the energy of your business, like what it would be is very inviting. It would be very calming, you know? Like people are really going to be like, "Oh, I want to go to the, to Mel's shop or whatever," because it's a vibe, you know? Like people are going to feel very comfortable there. This reminded me of those like shops. What are they? The boba shops? I don't know where you live, but the boba shops, like it's cutesy in there, right? I went to one last summer in Chicago because I live by Chicago. And it was really cute. It was in Chinatown though, but it was like super cutesy, pink in there. Everything was like kind of like digital. It was new to me, but it was cool. I was like, you could take pictures here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a cute little shop. Um, but yeah, you said yes, it's a very digital product, but it's very feminine based encouragement for women and men as well. Okay, yeah. If it has anything, because I'm like I said, I've been getting a lot of um cleanliness. That's I don't know if your thing has something to do with something about being cleansed or holistic healing or anything like that, but yeah, people will definitely be interested in that, and a big part of it is because they're when things are prettier, people trust you more. When things are more aesthetically pleasing, like who wants to step into a dirty environment. Like imagine someone who like lives in a I don't want to say that. But imagine someone that is like kind of nasty or dirty, or the way that they live is dirty. Imagine them trying to tell you how to live, how to take care of yourself. Like, you sure you want to be talking about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, but from somebody who clearly, if they have good skin, if they have, a good aura to them, like I said, the energy, like you could tell when somebody is or should be more trustworthy because of their aura. I hope that makes sense. You shouldn't take advice from people who, they don't do what they're preaching. So that's what I got for you, though. Okay. I hope that makes sense. But I think this would do very well for you as long as you keep it clean, keep it cute, keep it clean, vibey. But yeah, I got to get more on the individual sign readings. I just don't like to do them too much. I do the Aries through Pisces all in one readings more often now because there's only like three main notifications for YouTube that they send out. So if I do all 12, then, you know, and then check yourself just came out here too. Okay. So I don't know if there's something, yeah, especially if it's like health related, then do it. I don't know why Scorching Lands reversed is here, but it's something about it could be having to deal with not freaking out, not panicking about yourself, not panicking about, I don't know why I'm hearing conditions or something like that, okay? Whatever the case is, it'll be very helpful to people, okay? But that, oh my gosh, girl, look. This literally just slipped out of my deck. Look, bathroom, clean, pristine, water and renewal. That's crazy, okay? But that's what I got. You're welcome. All right, and I think I just got yours. So let me. I gotta. Damn, I don't know. I gotta decide what type of material I want to put here, because now I got to get rid of this. This has been on here for too long. But I want it to be pink. But let me know your next question, okay? Shoot. Or should it be blue? I could do the green one, actually. Here's the... Oh, right here. All right, let me get you in the raffle real quick. I used to be, well, I still am, but I used to do all that. I've been doing the holistic stuff since 2015. So I put people on if they want to know. But you know, some people are not open to that type of stuff. They're like, what are you talking about? Castor oil, what? Like, all right, let's see. So you said, so you also wanted to tell the Aquarius to get into tech because he's basically a manager for the light company, right? So he's almost in the field of that, and he has a degree. Okay. Because if he's in the tech field, he'll work from home, less stress, and you think it would be good idea for him. You wanted to tell him, hopefully he doesn't take it the wrong way. Okay. So you want to know? Do you want to know like how he'll feel if you tell him that, or if he'll follow that? I can't believe I knocked that over. Wait, so you want to, is that a yes, or you want to know how he'll react to that? Oh, I don't know why the thing isn't popping up. Hold on, let me see. Because your comment shows on there, but not on this one for some reason. Okay, so you said if you were a follow and how he would feel. Wait, hold on. If you were, I'm just trying to make sure I say the question right. You said if you were a follow, I think that might be a typo, but let's see. So I'm gonna answer the how would he react. Hold on. How would he feel if you told him to get into tech? Okay. Let's see. Let's start with that. Okay. Let's see. Sorry, I just got to make sure I say it right because in my head, so I don't get confused. All right, let's see. So how would the Aquarius react if Mel told him to get into tech? How would How would the Aquarius react if she was to tell him he should get into tech? Let's see, how would he feel about that? How would the Aquarius feel if Mel was to tell him he should get into tech? Okay. Why did I just hear? I already know that. He might act like a little bit of a smartass if you told him like that. Okay. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, so if he was to follow your advice, gotcha. Okay. So let's see. But we have the Magician and the Ace of Swords reversed, okay? So he may act like a know-it-all, he may be like, yeah, I already knew that. Yeah, I'm good at that. Yeah, of course I should get into tech. But they may act like, you're not saying anything groundbreaking, okay? But they will be it'll be something that he will want to, think about. He may have an issue when it comes to what he might think he's not possible. What is with my speech today? I meant to say he might have an issue when it comes to like what he thinks he can accomplish and what he can't accomplish. So, for example, if he feels like, yeah, he's good at it, but is he actually going to be able to start whatever this is, tech? Okay. It's something about his mental state where he may feel like he can't actually pursue something or go through with it. Okay. So, let's see. Yeah, he might feel like it's too much of a risk to do or take, okay, when it comes to doing this, but he knows he would be good at it. He knows, I feel like he's already thought of, the idea of getting into tech. So, like I said, if you brought it up to him, he would feel like, yeah, I know. I know I'm good at that. I know I should do something, but I don't think I can actually go through with it. It's something about their mindset. Like they feel like something wouldn't be recognized the way they would want it to be, or they feel like something would be um like they're for some reason they feel like they can't actually do it, if that makes sense. And I don't think that's the actual case. I think it's more of their mindset. Like they could make something happen. Okay, we do have the Magician. They could make it happen if they want to, but because of their mindset, they're going to be acting like they can't do it. Okay, so let's see. So how would the Aquarius react if Mel was to tell him to get more into tech? Yeah, for some reason he feels like he might not have the resources to do so. Okay, Nine of Pentacles reverse. He's going to feel like, it would take too long or something's not possible, like it can't be built up. But I think that's more of their mentality. I think they can do something. I think they can, get more into tech, but they would be making excuses for why they can't do it. Okay. Yeah. And then we have the Two of Cups reverse. Let's see. Whoa. Yeah, they can make a lot of money from this. That's crazy. They can make a lot of money or whatever, more money than they typically do. Okay. We got the Ten of Pentacles. But they're, because of their mindset, people are going to do what they want to do. Right. So this is somebody you got to kind of like, you could plant the idea in their head, right? But whether they're actually going to go take action with that, you never know. Right now, I'm not seeing that this person would want to actually do it. Okay, when it comes to the action part, yeah, Ten of Swords. Okay, they're gonna be acting like, oh, woe is me, I can't do this. Nothing works out for me. Boo hoo. You know. Let's see. But they can. That's the thing. They're deceiving themselves. They would literally be deceiving themselves if they decided to not go through with this. Okay. And then we have you're giving this person good advice, or you would be giving them good advice, but they're going to act like, what do you know? Unfortunately. Okay. So let's see. But I see them betraying themselves because, like, if they choose not to go for this, that would be on them. That would be their fault. That would literally be them missing out on a lot of money. I'm hearing a lot of comfort. Okay. Let's see. Let me get some oracle. All right. Let's see. Oh, hold on. Let me see. Before we forget. put you in again for the raffle. Hold on. All right. There we go. All right. So if the Aquarius was to get more into tech, or if Mel told the Aquarius to get more into tech, how would that go? How would he feel? Let's see. They would definitely think about it a lot, okay? And we have mirror reverse. Look, they would reject the idea. You see how she's smiling though in this picture? She's smiling. She's having a great time for someone who is being rejected. Okay. So this is them rejecting the idea or taking action toward this idea, but they know it would make them happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's, like I said, that's their fault if they choose not to go through with it. Self-sabotage, if you will. Okay. And then we have winding path reverse. Like, they could be on a whole new path, have a whole new, I'm hearing perspective, perception on life and what they do. Like, something could literally change their life, but because they're choosing not to go for it, they're gonna stay more stuck, So look, cock blocking, okay? They're literally blocking themselves. Look, indecision is causing delays. It's like, but the thing is, it's reverse. They're not even being indecisive about this. Like, if you were to bring it up, they wouldn't be really indecisive. They would just be like, nope, I don't think I can do it. Yeah, but this. Yeah, but that. Yeah, but, it's, that's their fault. Okay, that's what I got. I'm not seeing this person really be too positive. I think they doubt themselves too much, which ends up ultimately being their own issue, their own downfall. And then, did you say you wanted to know, like, if he did follow your advice, how would that go? Was that your next one? Let me know. But this person sounds like a self-sabotager. I think that's what you meant. Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna get started with that one. Let's see. All right, so if the Aquarius was to follow Mel's advice when it comes to what he does for work, how would that go? Let's see. How would it go if the Aquarius was to follow Mel's advice? Okay. It would be a fresh start for them, especially in the work department. Okay. Something is very stable, but they would still be in their head about, this whole job. Okay. We have the Eight of Swords here too. So even though there's like a fresh new opportunity that's very stable here, because they're going to be so much in their head, or they would be very much in their head during this, like if they were to actually, take your advice and take action toward it. Let's see. They would still have self-doubt. Okay. We have the Nine of Pentacles reverse. Okay, they could be too much in their head because something may move very quickly, or they're going to feel like they can't keep up. Okay. When it comes to whatever job this is or whatever job they create. Okay. Something may be too fast paced for them. Okay. Or too much work all at once. So they would get like overwhelmed. It would cause them to think a lot. Okay. I'm hearing brain power. Okay, so they would have to use their brain, I assume though. I assume so in tech, right? But something may be like too much, like a brain overload. Like they could do it, but if they were actually to work in this field or whatever, it might kind of make their brain feel like it's going to explode, and they may not be quite ready for that, okay? So let's see. Or whatever they're having him do or would have him do, it would make them feel overwhelmed, So let's see. Yeah, so he may be in his feelings during this job, to be honest. And then we have the Ten of Cups reversed. So something may kind of be more stressful than anything. Like, you can be good at something, but sometimes if it gets too stressful, you know, then it might become a problem. Like, just because you're good at something doesn't mean that everybody wants to do it, if that makes sense. Like hobbies, for example. If you're good at a certain hobby, or if you're good at golf and you like to golf for fun, right? But then someone tells you, "Oh, you got to golf for me 6 days a week." If it becomes a job, then it could get kind of exhausting and overwhelming because you have to do it. Even if you're good at it, you still have to do it if it's a job or if it becomes a job. I hope that makes sense. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, like if he becomes reliant on it, or if he has to end up becoming reliant on this tech job or whatever, it would eventually make him kind of unhappy. Like, I don't think he wants to do something that would stress him. Like, I think he might like to do this in a more leisurely way, or not with people, telling him do this, do that, do this, do that. It's something about, like, they would still prefer their freedom, or they would get overwhelmed to the point where they would want to quit. And not because they're not good at it, but because something is too much, like work overload. Okay. So let's see. And they would get a lot of recognition if they were to do this. But like I said, their mental state, um, it would take a toll on them. So, that's the downside of it for this person. Let's see. I could pull a couple oracle. So how would it be if the Aquarius took Mel's advice for getting more into tech? What would happen if he was to actually take her advice and do it? Let's see. Yeah, we have corporate. You know how corporate is. Okay. We have traveling, strengthening relationships, key player. Like, that meme where it's like, I accidentally became too important at work. Now they want me to be manager. Like this, like they would do really well. But the work amount, the work load, it's like they would feel like they have no time to play. And we have key player, like they would become very important at this job or whatever place that they would be working for or at. Okay. And even if they were to quit, like if they got the job or if they were, on a team or whatever, if they were to leave, like everything would go to shit. Like, I feel like, yeah, this person, the Aquarius, could be really good at whatever it is that he could do. Okay. Even though he's kind of insecure about his skills, he would be like one of the best. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know why this person doubts themselves when it comes to this, but he would do very, very well. But it would be very overwhelming. And people would rely on him more than he would want. So let's see. Yeah, nobody compares. Nobody compares in this field to him, or whatever job he would get. Nobody compares. Like, there is no comparison. Okay. Look, like I said, recognition. Okay. Admiration for your hard work is coming. They would be very, very recognized. But I don't think they want that. I don't think they want to be in the spotlight in that type of way. You know? Like, it would kind of make them feel overwhelmed or uncomfortable. Promiscuous. There might even be people in his workplace that want him. Or, I'm not saying they're going to be a hoe in the workplace or whatever, but they would have a lot of people who do want to be around them and in their energy. They could be one of the more attractive ones, okay? Because why is that coming out? Look, and we got beauty salon here too. So they could be very attractive, this Aquarius person. You see this? Promiscuous and sex only. He may feel like people see him as a piece of meat in his workplace, okay? Look, and Queen Rising. He's important and oh, look, something about his workplace, like people would be like, "Oh my god, the Aquarius. Hi Aquarius. How are you? Is Aquarius working today?" So there could be women, even if it's men, you never know, but they're gonna have to feel like, or they're gonna feel like, they need to dodge people left and right. And I don't think they would really want to be with these people, but they would be looked at as an object, which is crazy in their workplace. You know how typically like women are, men hit on women, right? This would be like women hitting on him. He's gonna feel like he's touched, like, oh my god. He would be experiencing what a woman goes through, you know, but in his workplace, which is crazy. Yeah, so I feel like he wants to stay more alone to himself. He likes working by himself, or, if he was to get a tech job, he needs to make sure to find one that he can work from home or whatever. He may be, yeah, look, in cuffing season, a lot of people want this person, okay? This is like a man who's tired of being hit on, which is crazy. That's hilarious. Okay? But that's what I got. The isolation, or the not isolation, the if he was to work at home, way better than in person, okay? Because I feel like he's tired of being hit on, especially in the workplace, or he's used to that. Oh, but I don't think he really wants the responsibilities. And I don't know if he has Libra in his chart either, but you know how I was just saying for your reading from about your when you were asking about your business thing and how like a lot of people will be attracted to it. So maybe he has Libra in his chart somewhere too. He might. Y'all both could have that energy or effect on people. You attract more naturally because of how you look. Y'all could be very gorgeous people. All right, but that is what I got for you. Thank you, Mel. It is crazy windy outside. It's like 15 miles an hour right now. I don't even know if I want to go to my car. Might blow my fat ass away. Who knows? Why is it so windy? Let me check the weather. 34 degrees. Damn, the wind is actually at 20 miles an hour. The gusts are at 40 miles an hour. What the fuck is going on? Do you think my car would blow away if I got on the road? I'm scared. Wind advisory. That's okay. Oh, till 9 p.m.? Okay. We'll see. I hope it calms down a little bit by the time I'm off here. All right, but we're actually 2 hours in. So we got about 30 more minutes if anybody else wants questions. And then I'm going to get off here, okay? Thank you to everybody who has joined. And I will timestamp the collective reading because I did that before during this live, okay? So it'll be, make sure to save the link, and it'll be labeled a collective reading and in the playlist section for the collectives and the Cash App lives. All right. Let me actually do that now. I gotta make my thumbnail. All right, and then collective. All right, let's see. All right, last call. Oh, wait. I think did I accidentally throw that out? I think I did. Great. What the heck? Okay, that's fine. Collective. Oh my god, my aunt's here. I could hear her right now. She's like, "Hi, how you doing?" I'm dead. That's actually perfect timing then. I'm about to get off here. All right. Thank you guys. I gotta go get myself together before I say hi to her. Okay. I'm gonna end it now, to be honest. I think we're past the time, anyways. All right. Thank you guys. Timestamps will be posted after, okay?